Yo, what is going on, guys? Let's hop on the craft. Okay. So me doing some recipes for ZPM. I sort of am trying to program a whole bunch of stuff to get the ZPM assembler going first, and then from there we'll just see what happens. I might do some building. I don't know. I installed some new mods from last time. Maybe we will do some crafting. But yeah, this part of the base and then this part almost completely cleared out. Needs to be deleted and rebuilt with cooler, more interesting things. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. I'm just going to start crafting and see where it takes us. See who shows up, see if anybody has ideas. Regular things. So I guess we're just going to ask. I programmed some recipes in for ZPM. I'm going to say, what's the damage if I request a ZPM robot arm? Okay. So a bunch of recipes we got to program. And this is the way to do it. You just ask your A2 what you want to do, fail, and then try again. I gotta use some more Naquadah stuff too pretty soon. Yeah, I want to get the enriched Naquadah for my new power that I want to do. The core requires them. We'll do 64. The Naquadah alloy is pretty cheap for me, to be honest. Oh, I wanted to go over to the Naquadah. What's it called? The antimonic acid. Antimony pentafluoride. Do I have my shutoffs correctly? Fluoroantimonic acid. I just want to make sure I have this control system set up right because I made this system when I was less diligent with my controls. So I thought that this might have been running more than I wanted to, but I don't think that's the case. Antimony pentafluoride solution. Okay, this does have a controller. Okay, yeah, it's controlled properly. I just don't want to accidentally use like a ton of resources that I don't want to use. Okay, glad that works. I don't know, I should probably increase that, but it's too late. It's not too late, but we'll see. One day. I need more fluid solidifiers too. I want to stack up like a whole bunch of them. I just have not gotten to it. Has not felt like that's the bottleneck at the moment, but maybe it is. I'm just not noticing. Can double that one more time. It's all just knack alloy. There we go. Yeah, honestly, with programming recipes, it's garbage in, garbage out, quality in, quality out. The better you name your interfaces and the more specific you get, the easier it is to do all that. I'm trying to think of even better ways to do it, but I haven't come up with anything. It's like you want to be able to type like even like a code, like if I type like I want like my stuff that I use all the time, where it's like what's an idea? Like laser engraver or I guess like the press. Right now I type press, but then you gotta scroll by all these things to get to your number. If I got rid of the brackets, it might be better. So I can do like press 2. Something quick, you know? Because I mean, you spend a lot of time just scrolling for recipes. Alright, if I want a robot arm, what's the problem this time? Nothing. We could just make a robot arm, a ZPM one. The problem is these circuits are still slow, like very slow. But cool, we can do that now. So we'll request that. I do believe this is ran at ZPM, so it should be able to already craft them. The problem I'm seeing right now is my data access hatch is very crowded. So I made an overflow chest for things that are used less frequently. So I put the things that aren't used that often in this chest, and I'll move them into here whenever I need to. But yeah, this should be able to run. It should have two LUV hatches. We're good. And my main goal right now is to get to the ZPM energy hatch real quick, just because I want to go for a large-scale auto-assembler, and then I forget why I needed that for what I wanted to do, to be honest with you, but trust me, I do. I think I want a data bank as well, right? Was this ZPM blocked somehow? I feel like it was ZPM locked. Yeah, this is a problem. It's computer casing. See, if I get ZPM here, I can go and upgrade my presses, and then we're going to be using a lot of power, which is a problem, but we can upgrade this pretty quickly too with like 64 amp ZPMs. Then it's a problem that we're not making enough power, so we got to go upgrade the reactors with the core, but we have a plan at least, and it seems pretty straightforward, unlike it was earlier in the game in like EV and like IV, where you had to do a million things at once in a huge like web. Now it seems pretty linear for what I want to do. I feel like I should level maintain some NAC alloy. Let's get that going. Because I'm gonna need a ton of it. I'm gonna be waiting on it if I don't. Yeah, if I don't level maintain, I'm gonna be waiting forever for this constantly. Actually, let's go in batches of like 2,500 like that. These things are still super buggy, by the way. Never recommended to actually utilize these as often as I do, to be honest. There's an Open Computers version that I should set up, and I do want to set up pretty soon, but not right at the moment. This is probably not working, because you need to middle click in the items that you want to do. Just request a lot of these, and they'll start coming into the system. Actually, let me see if I can middle click it like this. So what you do is instead of left clicking here, you use the middle mouse button, and it usually works. It doesn't always work though. These things are buggy. Yo, Ryzak Dev, not gonna stay as long as you wanted to watch the series in order, but started recently, been enjoying it. That's good. That's awesome. I feel like I've compacted the progression pretty well, so even if you do want to start watching now, you can catch up pretty easily with what I've been doing. But yeah, it's awesome. If you have questions about some of the older stuff, feel free to ask, because I feel like I have it pretty figured out to this point. But yeah, I'm in new territory for myself now, so it's nothing I've really done before, but we're figuring it out. All right, what do I want to request now? How about let's schedule an assembling machine and see if we can make that. That was a molecular assembler. You might have noticed I moved these. I don't know if that was I don't know if this was in the last episode or not, but my molecular assemblers are over here now. Oh, I forgot to put acceleration cards in all these. Hold on. Give me 100 of those. Yeah, these can be accelerated, and it makes them go a lot faster. So I've been bottlenecking myself because I forgot to finish the setup. That's awesome. You love to see that. And, you know, I wonder if these take the upgraded ones too. I don't think I can make them yet. Let's look it up. Acceleration. No, they don't. They're just for the I/O port and the fluid import and export bus. That's unfortunate, but it's fine. Yo, TNTO, what's up? I like the TNT mug. I think you commented in the most recent video. I feel like I remember looking at your profile picture. Yeah, you're so real for that. I will not deny the allegations. Allegedly. All right, I'm forgetting what I was doing. We're going to cancel that because it's just waiting on the Naquadah alloy. This is going to go passively now for me just because I'm using so much of it. And also, it's such a problem. I need to fix this problem. The vulcanizers are so bad. I need like a lot more of them. I'm really close to Flux Electrum though, so I kind of want to like see if I could hold out. It's going to take forever to smelt though. There's no reason to hold out. Maybe we'll address this right now. Oh, you're killing me with that one. How? What do you need nuggets for? This must be an old recipe that is still in here. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I was making molten tantalum from nuggets because I used to make nuggets in my tantalum duplication setup, but now that's not really used anymore because they get it from meteors. It's a funny comment. It was good. The character behind the channel was designed to be like mostly non-binary, leaning male a little bit, so we will not deny the allegations. I'm gonna need like 100 of these. Yeah, there's a couple of them out there, TNT. I'll tell you that much. You know where to look. No one is bad at GTNH. You just play it the way that you want to play it. If you're slow at it, don't care. Just go stay in like LV or MV forever and build some cool shit with Steam. It's like honestly the play. I was watching one guy play GTNH for a long time, named like Tone 300, I think. And I don't think bro made it out of HV, but like it was just so interesting how he played the game. I enjoyed it. It's like there's something cool about people that stay at the lower tiers for a long time. It's like this stuff's cool and all, but like I think it's pretty neat to like Gigamax like HV out. Like that's always fun. Especially the first time that someone plays it, your first run, you kind of get stuck in HV for forever, most likely. And then you build some really weird stuff that most players would just skip by because they're like, it's unnecessary to invest this much effort into HV. Like, to be real, everybody plays the game their own way. It's not everybody's goal to get the Stargate, and it shouldn't be. Like, there's no expectation for that. There's so much fun to be had before even, like, EV, you know? And the only reason that I flew through it is I played it so many times before. It's literally the only reason. I think I should summon a big meteor. I was kind of wanting to save the meteors for the episode, but I have a lot of LP and it takes a while to regenerate it. Maybe we should try to request a bigger one of these. These are a billion LPs. A whole 4 indium. An indium meteor for wetwares is kind of whack. Why would you even want that at that point? You know, didn't I need this for something? I feel like I needed this. Mysterious crystal ore. Let me bookmark that. What did I need mysterious crystal for? when in doubt, look at the plate recipe, I guess. Let me look it up. I know I wanted this stuff, though. I just don't remember for what. No, this is not going to help me. This is the only thing I don't like about like the GTNH recipes. They're too detailed because like the majority of this stuff is kind of useless. Like, what is the highlights of the material? Like, what is that actually used for? This random thing. Like every single material has springs, rods, and all that, but it's like, what is that actually used for? Do I have that already? Mysterious crystal. Oh, okay, I do have it. I don't need that meteor then. We can keep going. This one's pretty good. It has Tiberium in it. You think that you're bad at it because you don't work when you're waiting for items to finish processing and you don't make good power setups. Multitasking is like the heart of this, in my opinion. It's like you gotta pop off in the multitasking. And that's something that my brain is naturally good at. I think we're just gonna send a mainframe in. Let's just put a mainframe down so I get some Tiberium cooking. Okay. I'm thinking of a system to improve this, by the way. I'll probably dedicate a video to it, but not that the Meteor system is bad how it is right now, but you can get more out of your ores. So there's kind of an idea where it takes me about like 4 minutes to do the whole cycle time of sending a meteor, calling for it, sending it down, grabbing it, getting the ores. Then it takes forever to process. My ore processing is weak, but this can be fixed. I can fix my ore processing. What I can't easily improve is the meteor system itself. So, if instead of mining the meteor entirely with borers, what if you had an array of miners at the top that extended mining pipes down, mined the meteor, got the fortune bonus, and then went back up? And then from there, you process the ores down, and then you don't need to summon as many meteors. If you have fortune on the initial meteor mine, you are quote unquote speeding up the rate at which you're summoning meteors because you're getting more out of it. Like you don't need to. I hope I'm making sense. Like you need to summon less meteors, therefore you're stressing the actual slowest part of the system less, because the slowest part is obviously the summoning of the meteor and mining it. But yeah, I want a system where it'll turn on the miners for a given amount of time, turn them off, turn the borers on for a given amount of time, turn them off after receiving a signal. I can probably do that pretty easily. I just need to think a little bit. Hey there, Rob. What do we got here? First time watching the stream, really enjoy the videos. I don't stream that often right now. I want to stream more. I'm actually working on some stuff to stream more often. I'm working on getting emotes made, and I want to open up memberships and try to do some stuff with that. Oh, okay. I gotta check my circuit assemblers. Yeah, it's bad. Okay. I need to cancel this recipe. This one should be okay. For some reason I needed data orbs. I hate this. I still need the circuit assembler in here because there's some random recipes that need a single block assembler, like the data orbs, for example. I don't think these even have a cal recipe, which annoys me, so I need to keep maintaining this. I could get an upgrade to not have to maintain this anymore very soon. We'll do that. Okay, we'll ask for those again. There's actually two things you could do. You can get a drone center. I wasn't that interested in getting this at the moment because the drones you have to put in it, the tier 2 ones aren't long enough range. Like I'm not interested in tier 2. I want tier 3 drones. So yeah, you can see in the tooltip towards the middle of it, range is determined by drone tier. Tier 1's 128, tier 2's 512, tier 3's 4096. I'm really only interested in tier 3. Like tier 2 we could probably get away with. Like I don't think my base is even more than like 300 blocks across. But I would just rather future-proof and go for the tier 3 drones, which are these guys here. And they're UHV. I mean, I should just ignore that, to be honest. We should go for tier 2. I'll bookmark them. When do I get the auto-taping hatch? UV. Well, this is pretty soon, to be honest, because ZPM's a short tier, isn't it? ZPM has very little to it. Oh my goodness gracious. It's going to take forever. We got to do these 300 seconds. What's it with radon? 225 with the radon at ZPM. That means we're going to get no overclocks on that with my max tier coils. Almost max tier. It's Naquadah. We're at Naquadah alloy, I believe. That's going to take forever. I think the tier 6 rocket was what needed these, right? No, it's a tier 7 rocket what needed them. Yeah, it is. Okay, so this is why I wanted them. Is my goal Stargate or just play for fun and see what happens? I think I'm capable of making it to Stargate. We'll see how my attention span goes when I get a little bit farther, because you got to start spamming machines in like the super late game, and also like it seems like the documentation on tiers gets lower and lower, and also the magic stuff I kind of been through it already. I'm almost at the end of when the magic stuff is kind of relevant, to be honest. So we'll see. I think I'm capable of it. If I want to go for it or not, I'm not sure. But I mean, I've already made it this far, and it's going pretty smoothly, so might as well go for it. Oh, my assembler's done. Are mixed voltage setups a good idea? What do you mean by that? So I used to use transformers all over the place and have like really sus setups that that's the wrong assembly machine. I thought I requested that. I might have canceled it for some reason. I thought I requested that assembly machine. That's weird. Yeah, I would mix voltages all the time. Like you just use transformers all over the place so you don't blow anything up. You can be careful with it. You can paint your cables like I am over here. So the blue stands for ZPM. The purple is LUV because the tooltip color is LUV is purple. And then despite this being a UHV cable, there's ZPM running inside of it. I probably got to rewire again, to be honest, because I want to do 64 amps of ZPM. But now that I am less broke, I guess I could say, I can make better cables. Oh, you mean like using LV for everything in a line except for a couple MV ones? Yeah, you can do that. Just try to determine what the bottleneck is and see if you can make peace with that. Like if your bottleneck is, say, like an LV chemical reactor in your case, consider if you want it to be MV or not. You don't have to, but if you want it to be, if you don't want it to be your bottleneck, either make it LV, make it MV, or build 4 LV machines so that at that tier the LV power it's pretty easy to make, and you can just like do 4 of them instead of 1 MV, because the way that it works is that every machine tier up, I believe it is twice the speed but 4 times the power. So like to LV to MV, you're gonna go faster, but you'd rather just build more parallels of the LV machine sometimes. It's up to you. Yeah, you reach IV but have very little infrastructure. I've like overbuilt infrastructure like the extreme so far. The only thing I'm lacking right now is the blasting. But we're gonna address that today probably. Yeah, early on the overclock, like you would expect to get more speed out of it. Like the way that overclocking works early game hurts a little bit, but like I said, you just parallel and it gets you the same idea. I did that with my like original oil setups that I made like years ago. I would build a million of them. Okay, what's the bottleneck here? It's probably the NAC alloy. I just want to get these recipes moving because I don't want to be stuck waiting for recipes. You're doing a lot of aluminum at once. What is requesting 5,000 aluminum? Oh yeah, this. That makes sense. We did a whole bunch of them. We'll just leave it, let the rest of it go, and then I'll prioritize the other recipe probably, which is this one. You could also just not care you have a bottleneck at all and just do other things while the bottleneck exists. Just check on this real quick. Make sure it didn't power fail. I wouldn't start over right now, Rob. If you're going to start over, wait for the next update. I do think the next update's focused on the later stages of the game, though. So maybe, like, instead of starting over, maybe, like, just destroy the majority of your base and rebuild it or something. Where are these being made? In the press, I hope? Tell me they're being made in these. Oh my god. Okay. Let's put these in the press. How am I doing on channels? 25. I got plenty to work with. Yeah, exactly, TNT. That's the reason to do that. See, now you're thinking like a Greg type player. That's not something that a regular person thinks about. You saying you're bad at it? Don't think like that. That's the engineering brain. We'll do 2 of these. For that one, 22, I think, and 23. I'll fix it if I was wrong. You sound like me from a couple years ago, Rob. I had those same problems. I played a lot when I was in college, but like not as much as I can play now, I guess. But yeah, I just didn't like my base and stuff like that. I had a hard time figuring out how to build a base that was like built in a way that is sustainable for the future. I kind of solved that with this playthrough because of like my power backbone being in the way that it is. Like I have transformers in really nice places. Whenever I want to tear this out, it'll be pretty easy to do so. I might even make like a block line where it's like a place to hold the cable so I can know like a better pattern for where the cable's supposed to run. And then like even down here, this like second layer that's only used for cable runs is very good as well. I've never done something like this one before. It all came up together really well. Now, I do want to do a video eventually, like a tutorial that's like my philosophy on building a base in this mod pack because it took me a while to figure it out. Never be lazy in GTNH TNT. If you start doing stuff like that, it's a slippery slope. You're gonna get stuck. Always overbuild. Okay, it was 21 and 22. I was incorrect. We'll do 5 of each of them for now. I should go back and fill all of these with like 8, a whole drive of all of them, you know? That's the best practice. I'm being lazy with this and I shouldn't be. These should also be 64Ks, all of them. It's okay though. Let's just ask for 10 so it gets done quicker. Not that it'll take long, but I just want it to be done speedy. There's also a way to make an auto loader for the circuits. I should do that as well because I do this all the time. It's kind of ridiculous that I haven't made the auto loader yet. Yo, what's up, 9? I need more universal. I don't have enough patterns. I gotta watch the video again to make the SAMHSA autoloader because I'm lazy by making the cells. This last one doesn't need it. Guys, I forget what button is my draconic place. There we go. Dude, those people that get stuck in like the super early game, they're like, why does steel take so long? It's like, dude, what if you 4x'd it? What if you 8x'd it? Like, it doesn't take that long. Just think about it. I gotta make that autoloader 9 because that thing's goated. But I have not gotten to it for some reason. I could at least set the filters and stuff while I wait for more to craft. Forbidden one cell universal. Why is the color... Oh, it's because it's offline. Like, why does the color look different? I don't even know what nanites are, 9. I have not even considered what that is. My problem today is waiting on the blast furnaces forever. And I'm going to try to resolve that pretty soon. I'm trying to enter ZPM right now, but I just realized that most of the recipes require NAC alloy. And I'm just like, I need more power. I need more everything. Let me grab these things. Like, realistically, the circuit 22 and 21 probably don't need this many. And then we're going to cancel the Vulcanite recipe. Yeah, we need 180 heat vents. It's going to take a year with these terrible things. Okay. I'm almost done with the machines that were left over from the previous tiers. Yeah, 65k amps is crazy of UHV. I'll get there soon. That's crazy. Your VODs that are uploaded on YouTube did start around where I'm at, and that was like 4 or 5 months ago. So I mean that is pretty soon. You were hard carried by large Essentia gens. I'm probably gonna be carried by the core. So I'm gonna use my Meteor setup to start automatically passiving this because it uses Tiberium. And I'm gonna get Tiberium from this Meteor with the UV crystal mainframe. And then like you get a ton of Tiberium from that. And then I also need the long tungsten steel rods, whatever. I have tungsten passived. Enriched Naquadah. I don't know how to do this yet, but I assume it won't be. It'll probably be the biggest issue. There's just more NAC line stuff. Let's see. I might even have that stockpiled. If it's just a neutron activator, I don't care about it at all. I don't have as much of it as I thought I would. $16 this goes to 64 of that. You get some sulfuric back. Yeah, there's only a couple steps done. I see it right here, actually. The hard parts are already done by like a lot. What is all this? Radioactive sludge dust. That seems bad. What is this? Acid Naquadah emulsion. Naquadah emulsion. Solution. Oh, it's NAC stuff. Okay. Naquadah asphalt. Oh, you can on-demand them? All right, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to on-demand them. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. We're on-demanding it. Passive lines are whack. I'm so anti-passive. My character. Is it meant to be a representation of me or a mascot? A little bit of both. It's a lot of the design of it is rooted in like my personality and stuff. The character has a lot more written for it in my music that I make, but I'm kind of taking a break from all that to focus on Minecraft, which is kind of funny. But it's been more successful than the music ever was, and people fuck with the characters, so that's pretty cool. And you know they just happen to cross over. It's pretty neat. Okay. But yeah, with meteors, it seems like you could literally passive this, and then these things last forever. I'm just gonna go down and put them into my like a reactor or two, see how much it makes, and then if I have to make more of them, I can. They don't need to fill every reactor over here if they don't have to. If I could just have like 4 reactors running the core, I'd probably be good enough. And then if I want to bring the rest of them online, all I'm gonna do is break maybe a piece of the cable or the transvector interfaces maybe so they can't interact literally. And then from there, take all the fuel out of these, and when I want them, I can put on like 12 more reactors with the core. And then from there, probably cruise for a long time, maybe to like NAC fuel stuff. Yeah, I skipped Bastline and most of Monoline. I did a little bit of Monoline just for the Samarium portion. Why are the reactors burning? If you didn't get to that part in any of the videos, it's funny. These are all at 99% core temperature. Because at 99% core temperature, they produce the most power. I will not explode the core. Dude, the Steve's Factory Manager setup has been perfect for me. I've never had any problems, and I don't restart my server often. Maybe that's the actual reason I have problems. Like, I do it like once every like 4 or 5 days because I turned off the auto restart. Maybe that's the real reason, but it's been great for me. Yeah, TNT, there's a lot of layers to all that. That power is OP, by the way. I feel like it's too easy for what it is. I mean, it's not easy. The initial setup is quite difficult, but once you set up, it's pretty much set and forget. Yeah, I got my viewbot on. That's a bit. It's a joke. Where's everybody at? Chat, what's going on? Is my assembler done? No, it's not. Why is the ZPM assembler saying it's done, but it disappears? Oh, no, there it is. I was looking in the wrong spot. Okay, cool. Where did my... There it is. So this should be ZPM. We'll temporarily put this just like over here. Actually, maybe I'll put it... I want to have it have access to 82, so I'll put it over here. Yeah, this will work out perfectly. All right, now what did I want that for? The energy hatch, maybe. No, that's in the, that is in the, oh, part of the coils. Yeah, this is what I wanted it for. The last single block machine I might like ever make. Hi there, Maze Minecraft. You're on mobile. I get it. I get that. They need to improve the. If YouTube was serious about like taking market share from Twitch, which they're not, there's so many like basic upgrades they can make to their system to make it better, and they just don't feel like doing it. I guess it's very strange to me. Yeah, Parker, it's hard for me to catch the 9 streams as well because it's at a very strange time for me. Sometimes I'm awake, but it's pretty late. As a guy that works, it's hard to catch them. Do I have magnetic samarium rods? I do. So I should be able to ask for an energy hatch now. No problem. There's a couple problems. Oh yeah, this is actually a big problem. Yeah, okay, we don't have that yet. We need to do the waterline stuff. I forgot. I did need to do that. And then the European wafers will be a nice upgrade as well. So actually, never mind. We're going to craft a whole bunch of stuff. Change of plans because I forgot. Let me program the rest of those while I'm thinking about it, though. Knack alloy screw. Like, sure, or whatever. The Knack alloy rotor. I wish there was an easier way to do this. Why is that only one? There we go. Stuck in MV on steam power. Steam power is something that you could use through MV, but you can like evolve out of it and like using light fuel or diesel. I use diesel up to like EV. Yeah, I agree with that, Max. Like I don't really need Waterline before that. I mean, it's like a nice bonus, but it's not anything that you really need that bad. And then you kind of just like you do suddenly kind of just like need it. Like, you get blocked by it. You know, the Supercon, the discount with the liquid helium seems pretty good actually. Because I could throw that in the what you call it, like the mega vac. Did I see fire down there? No, I guess I'm seeing things. I gotta tear this down. This seems pretty hilarious that it still exists. This is from like HVEV and it's still sitting here. I actually do use some of the byproducts still, but I'm low on them. Okay, what's next? I guess I should start building the waterline stuff. I wanted to make my assembler... There's so many things to do. I wanted to make my assembly lines better. Is there anything important to do in MV? I feel like MV is quite short. Like, you don't have to spend a lot of time there if you don't want to. I'm trying to think of what the serious upgrades were. I do think that diesel is one of the bigger upgrades you can get in there because you unlock the MV mixer. Yeah, and then that you start using like better fuels like benzene or diesel, and then you kind of just quickly evolve to like upgrade your blast furnace. I think nichrome or canthal coils are even optional now. But there's not that much to do in MV, I don't think. Yeah, the 82 video is good. Back in my day, we had to scour the internet for resources. You had to go on the Greg Tech Discord and type random stuff till you found what you wanted to learn. Now you guys got these videos. Let's choose to solve the yeah, cerium. I want to do a cerium meteor. I could actually request this right now. I've been waiting to do this for a while because I'm like out of cerium. Oh, you're killing me. I need UV circuit for that. What's the mainframe? Yeah, it is UV. I just didn't program it. Hey Trees, what's up? Watch my videos for a while. Never seen me streaming. I don't stream very often. I want to stream more often starting soon. I have plans to do that. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. I'm doing pretty good. Don't even need meteors. Use a bad recipe. Don't need much cerium for a long time. It's partially true. That's what I did. I did like a very basic digester setup over here. Where even is it? I lost it. Yeah, I just made a small amount of it, and I'm almost out of it. But actually, I'm not at whatever was in here. It's only liquids left. I have 4 cerium dust left. Okay, then I needed what is it, the ZPM emitter. You're killing me. I have to get more trinium too. Maybe I'll request some of that. That will summon the meteor that mines trinium. Yeah, nine's right. You just kind of got to push until, like, at some point you build infra for a while, then you can super progress super fast, and then you get stuck and you're like, yeah, my infra kind of sucks. That's where I'm at right now with my single assembler or single assembly line and my vulcanized that are insufficient for my purposes now. Get your finals done, Parker, then get on that grind. If you're a high school senior, this is gonna be your last summer before like college or work. If you start work immediately, it's gonna be unfortunate, but you gotta make the most of that. These things will never be the same. You don't know it in the moment, but it's like, damn, bro, once you start working, it's crazy. Part of you is like, oh, it'll be good. I don't have to do homework anymore. I'll have more time. But then, man, you're just so tired all the time. It sucks. I need more of these, more slots. Yeah, it kind of is, Parker. But part of it is too is how well you multitask and like use the downtime. It's like for me, I get distracted a lot, or like I'll get invited to play like League of Legends or something, you know, and then I'll go play that. But what you do is you set a whole bunch of stuff to cook while you're gone. Then you come back and you have a whole bunch of cool stuff ready for you. Then you can keep going. You know what they should add? They should add like when you can speak to a like a search bar on like Google or whatever, and it like listens to you. They should have that for the AE2 search, so I don't have to move my hand off the mouse. Like there'd be a button you click on like circuit assembler, and then it searches it. Can we implement that one? Then you get the conspiracy that GTNH is listening to you. Yeah, that's true, Max, as well. You could start something difficult, challenge your system, and see what the problem is. The problem is pretty clear for me. It's the smelting. Another problem for me is the laser engraving, but it's not the biggest problem. It is one that will come up soon though, because you can do a universal laser engraver, and I definitely will. But you gotta go big or go home with that. Make like 16 of them probably and call it a day. I want to get the Ring of Loki, but I don't know how to do it as well. Am I using fake Essentia? No, I am not. So the main way that I manage my infusion craft is I use like the NEI calculator stuff. So like, let's say I'm making something stupid that is not possible. Let's say I'm making my armor, but I want to make like 10 of them. I will do Control Shift A and then Control Shift scroll wheel. And then I will see, let's say I want 16 of them. All right, I need to check my resources. I'll go to the Essentia terminal and check them one by one. Match up, make sure I have enough. And then if I don't, I go over here and I drop like 20 stacks of items in the compressed chest at a time. They all get eaten by the alchemical grate in the advanced alchemical furnace, which has a world accelerator underneath with a little control circuit with a remote comparator. Whenever this notices items in that, it speeds it up with an IV accelerator, and that's how it works. I must drink water. Give me a moment. Yeah, 9 is right with the. I call them bundles when I make them. I have one that makes a fusion reactor. The fusion reactor Mark One. You just put a named piece of paper, and it gets you all the stuff in a chest that you want. I have like a manual pickup chest in the base somewhere. I'll go show you it. I should move this. But yeah, it's the manual pickup. It just sends the item directly to a chest that I can go and pick it up. Yeah, remote comparators and tally boxes are like the best. Both of those have awesome uses on their own right. I only have one tally box in the base right now, but I love it. It is for my advanced alchemistry set. And then you put the whitelist with a bunch of common ingredients in it, and then it speeds it up. Only when you want it to. I thought I asked for. I did. They're still going though. Let's go check on the blast furnaces. I might need to take something out to make it work. Yeah, you gotta get out of here, buddy. I gotta set like an absurdly large buffer for all the blast materials to go overnight. Why is this one not running? That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my god. How does only 1 out of 4 power fail like 4 days ago and I never noticed it? No wonder my shit's slow. Yeah, I only have 4 Vulcan I9. I need more of them. I'm making 12 more right now. Well, I've been abusing the level maintainers, and I've decided to stop doing that. And it's becoming a problem because I'm not doing that. But I want to not do that. So we're trying to get away from that. I'm on demanding EBF materials now. It's really not a big deal for me to make my best coils right now, which is the NAC coils. I guess I can make tritium coils now, actually. I have 2 more over here, actually, that usually use up-tiered coils, but they don't do very much right now. Maybe these would actually help me out. How many coils do I need for the quads? I wish I remembered the number. I'm thinking in my brain. Actually, I have an easier way to do this. Oh, misclicking. So I will need this number times 2 coils for each quad. 21. So that's 42. Yeah, look at that. We got geniuses out here that know the number off the top of their head. So if I'm doing... Let's just ask for 1 batch of 42. I need to probably improve my wire mill too soon. It's alright though. It happens. .8 likely in late June. Dude, they're killing me. How am I supposed to beat the whole game before the new update comes out? Joshua, just join. What are we working on now? We're doing a little bit of work in ZPM. I made my ZPM assembly machine down here. It's temporarily in a spot that certainly exists. Yeah, I'm manually setting the circuit for now to have it craft a bunch of stuff for upgrades. I want to get a large-scale auto-assembler, but I do also want the ZPM energy hatch at the same time. Like, there's a bunch of things that's going on simultaneously. I also, this is funny too, I installed a mod. The vibes of this armor set were so bad. I installed a map that, a mod that lets you put in a whole set of cosmetic armor so I can put my old armor back on. It's hilarious. Like, the vibes of this were so much better than the Icorium armor. So I just went back to it cosmetically. Yeah, I mean, the LSA is like technically late ZPM, I guess, but the only thing that's like a deal breaker on it is this stuff, the Piccionium 64B. Everything else is easy to do, but this requires the ZPM energy hatch in a alloy blast smelter. Dude, it's so ugly. Like, it's bad. I thought it would look better than it did. And also, they need to have the Traveler boots in them. If you could combine those boots with the Traveler boots, that'd be cool. Just, it's not a big deal, but I would like to have the armor set be completed, you know? You could probably put his NAC alloy back. You can invis them with potions. What do you mean by that? Are we doing good over here? Yeah, these are just slow. I guess they're not. They're probably not slow. They're just like comparatively slow now. Does anybody know what the advanced assembly line actually is for and what that does? Because the multi-block seems the same. I don't know why you wouldn't make this. And it's like super cheap to do, to upgrade it. I don't really get why that exists that way. What is Thaumcraft all about? I mean, I guess the main idea is that there's like these components that are inside of every item in the world that are basically a more complicated system of elements that combine together to create pretty complex elements. You break that stuff down to create other things that are, to basically infuse them with magic. Oh, that's pretty cool, Knight. I didn't know that. You can make your armor visible with Thaumcraft. I installed this mod because I wanted my armor to look like the nano armors because I got used to it. I liked it. The Aslang and tier skip, the advanced one can't. So the advanced line can only have one energy hatch. Is that what you're saying then? That's interesting then. AL can laser overclock. Okay, I see. This shit is taking forever. Maybe these are faster. But how is that faster? Oh, are these messed up? Maybe. I wonder if it's not even working because the recipe might need to be weird. Let's go audit this. What's going on over here? Yeah, they're fucked up. Okay, I put too many in the pattern. That's a problem. Cancel this. What? How'd that even happen? Alright, you're getting demoted. Yeah, let's do these in the let's just do these in crafting, I think. Because that is obviously not working correctly. Whatever happened there is not what I intended to. How did all this shit get in one pattern? The blocking mode is set up right. Yeah, the blocking modes were set up right. That has to go back. I don't know what recipe it's trying to make here though. Oh shit, it's making the casing. Yeah, I think I see what happened. I have the casing multiplied, but these don't stack. That's what happened. So I just killed those recipes for no reason. Happens sometimes. So these were valid. No, I'm trolling. This one could be multiplied pretty easily. These other ones you gotta be careful because I filled my bus. Yeah, we'll be safe with it. Do something like that. Okay, 21 then. And then these two are gonna be multiplied a little bit. Okay, this one's fine to multiply. This one is kind of whack. That has a lot of items. I'm not even gonna multiply that one because I don't want to fill the bus. I could put super buses in actually though. And the Vulcanus casing needs to be fixed. Yeah, that can't be 8x. That's a problem. We'll just leave it at 1x just to be safe. Even the Neoforging Cube, which is a custom multi-block, is ass. Wish you could pattern buffer it. We're bussing. Advanced stocking bus could help. I think we use the ones that we use are on purpose, like the item buses. Because I don't know if the item detector cover is going to work with the A2. Maybe if you did like a ooh, what do you call it? No, maybe it still wouldn't do it. Maybe if you had a level emitter that was set to like 2 items total, no filter, then you could use a stocking input bus. Okay, what circuit did you need to be? 1. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, you're kidding me. I thought I put that back. We'll do that. We'll do that. Make it 4x. Okay. Should be good now. And I probably don't need 100 casings. It's just like I just want to do that to have them. Okay, we're cooking. I think I have no game sound. I don't hear the timers. I just noticed that. It might just be low enough that I can't hear it. I kind of hear it in the background a little bit. The S line is bussin'. So true. The bussy. 9, we make a video about how to make your massive A2 controller. There are videos out there. I'm like making a really big one slowly. The only problem is the video that is the tutorial for this was in a mod pack where the guy had a device that shrunk him, so he was able to go inside of the controller and build it. I do not seem to have that luxury to my knowledge, so I got to figure out a way to build it from the outside in. But this is going to be like a whole cube at some point. I'm actually a little bit low on channels. Yeah, like if you make a video that's like directly about like A2 for GTNH, and you can mention it where it's like, yeah, this is how many channels you'll need if you do your A2 efficiently, like most people should be doing in GTNH, then with that caveat, you can make a crazy controller. Is the emitter stuck? Yes, it appears to be. That is because I don't have the ZPM emitter in here. I don't think I have that made at all yet. Which means this is stuck. Okay. It takes 7 cables. That's kind of weird. All right. So we should be good now. I want to make a video in maybe on my Blood Magic video. I will tell people about how OP it is to have the meteors set up, because I have Indium passive. I'm gonna have the core passive. I have so much stuff passive because of it. It's amazing. Yeah, I've been writing the Blood Magic guide. It's like 4 pages long so far. I'll probably trim it down quite a bit. because like a bunch of it so far is like a specific guide on how to make your way through the tiers. Because there's like little tips and tricks for each area that if you don't know them, it'll take forever. And then you got to play this like stupid game in the middle where you need to do a whole bunch of work to get your altars to a functional level. And then on top of that, there's ideal setups for tier 5 altars. And then once you get to tier 6, everything changes. So you need to do even more stuff then. What's the next coil after trinium? The electrum flux. Okay. And this needs a UV assembler. So yeah, once I get my LSAA, we can make these as well. Because I have everything I need for flux electrum. It's just a matter of making it. Like, what stopped me from crafting like 4,000? Nothing. Literally nothing. I have plenty of all of these. Why are my altars flying? Let's go look. No particular reason. Actually, the reason is once they're tier 6, they're going to land on the ground. I could put stuff below here to like fill in the gap. I just have not gotten to it. Yo, magic is awesome. Do not bad talk magic. It's like the best part of this pack is the magic plus the technology. You're getting canceled. Is there a problem with this, or is my presses just bottlenecked? I should make more presses as well. I want to get 4 of them going. See, now what's your problem? 21. I probably put the wrong circuit in. Yeah, it is. It's 22. Yeah, of course. This is what happens when you change stuff, guys. You start making mistakes like this. Is there another one coming? Okay, we're good. The overclocked is 22. The other one's at 21. Heat vent, advanced heat vent. Overclocked is 22. I already had a pattern for that. Awesome. If you guys think about it, chemistry is pretty similar to magic in general. It's kind of like if IRL magic existed, it'd be chemistry, basically. That's the cool part about it. Okay, let's ask for like 64. I don't think I need... Maybe I do need 100, though. They're trying to move away from that TNT, like the machines just being big boxes. A lot of these are really cool and have actually like somewhat interesting mechanics to them. Like the polarizer, in my opinion, should be like the future of it, where you need this like magnet to upgrade it. I like that a lot. It gives each machine its own like character. Like what the hell is this thing? The Zingen is just like whatever, bro. But like this one has character to it. It looks really cool, and it has an extra mechanic to upgrade it, other than just the energy hatch. Chemistry is advanced alchemy. Chemistry is the IRL version of alchemy and all that. Like chemistry is magic. That's the cool thing. Okay, we're finally getting these casings done. There's too many problems to get those done. Why is this taking forever? Is this okay? Oh, I think I took it. Yeah, I took it out. Get back in there. in before universal assembly line instead of making a data bank. Okay. I've got to upgrade this thing too. It takes forever to scan stuff. Is 4 the one that made that multi? I like it a lot. That's some top tier brain power usage right there. All right, well, let's start building these. I do want to, let's change the design. I want to put them sideways to have easier IO access because it's not that this is bad. It's just like I would prefer it to be a little bit nicer. So how the hell do I want to do that? Well, let's just take a look. If I put this like, how do I want it? Like this, something like this. They're gonna lay like that. That's kind of whack. So I wanted to lay like that. I could stack them vertically then instead if I do that. And I just gotta move this around a little bit. Maybe I'll like rebuild it in this block and then take these down and then rebuild them sideways like the other ones are gonna be. Am I imagining this wrong? This is not right. This needs to go up 2 blocks to be aligned with the pattern. Yeah, I'm on that block. Right? Yeah. No, actually, this needs to be down, and then it has to face upwards. Like this? Why is this confusing me so much? But like, I want to be able to see the... Do I have to be able to see the structure? Not really. Let's just build one and see how it goes, I guess. It's kind of whack. Being able to stack them vertically is a huge bonus, though. Maybe I just deal with it. And this one goes like this, I believe. I hate you. We'll fix the coils later, too, because they need to be better coils. Of course I misclicked that. Oh, I need the pyrotheum vents too. How many do I need? You could share them, right? Yeah, okay. So if I'm gonna add 12 new ones, I need 6 vents total. Therefore, 5 of these. Do mixed coils work? No, they need to be the same. It's not going to form right. Okay, so I'm going to keep making these, I guess. I mean, I could still stack them vertically like this. It's just more annoying because all the IOs in the bottom. So, I mean, it's doable. It's just annoying to me. Like, I'd rather see it all in the front. This does look kind of ugly, though, to be honest. This kind of looks really fucking ugly. It does look really ugly. And I could just run a dense cable on the side instead of having to do, having it all in the front, because that does not look, it's just too ugly. Which, I did say that my perspective should be, I did say my perspective should be to not care about how things look in the base in this area, but I still do kind of. If I put the IO in, it'll look better. Yeah, that might be true. I need yttrium. That's a problem. I could solve that problem, though. With that meteor. Okay, 30 seconds. I got time. I'm going to put them normal. And I'm conflicted on it, but we'll put them normal. And maybe I'll regret it. It's a hard decision to do because it's like if you spend all this time building all the IO and you're like, I don't like it, then you're like, damn, I messed it up. Like you got to do it all again. Not that it's like a massive time investment or anything, but it still feels kind of bad. Okay, pretty much this whole bottom gets destroyed and replaced. If I can hold on like 1 minute, I get ZPM hatches too. Okay, this should like instantly complete, correct? Okay, I've made all those things now. Let's go in and complete all those quests. I could technically do this. Yeah, I could do that. So then I'm missing this stuff. I need to do Waterline. Okay. That makes sense based on the what I've surmised from the recipes. So that's glad that I'm following the book a little bit at least. Okay. This thing is done. I don't know why I still scan everything. I don't even need to do research anymore. Yeah, this meteor is OP as hell. Did I grab the right circuit assembler? That was a ZPM one, right? It wasn't an LUV one. If it kills me, it kills me. Okay, it is ZPM. Yeah, there it is. So we don't care about... The first row kind of sucks, everything in here, but it's fine. Don't even know what Promethium is. I might be able to survive it. I have the Kami armor with Prot 7 on everything. I probably can. I could test it. I have keep inventory on anyways. Doesn't matter if I die. But what else is on here? Yttrium, love to see that. Niobium's fine. Strontium, I feel like I've used it before. I don't remember what it was for, though. Tellurium is good. I have a bit of it. I made a huge batch of it, though. I don't need that much more of it. Holmium, never heard of it. Gadolinium, never heard of it. Prot 9 caught me. There's a limit to protection anyways. I think it's like Prot 20 total. So I should be at the same level as you. Ytterbium, never... I heard of it IRL. I have not heard of it in this, I don't think. Thulium, no idea what it does. Erbium, Epic Rap Battleium. Dysprosium, Terbium, Scandium. 9. I have a bunch of recipes that run in the background that may call for a meteor. I don't want to push the button in case I end up having a recipe call for a meteor that is adjacent to it. Because I passive like indium and stuff, so if that calls for a meteor at the same time, it's going to screw me. Holmium's good for later circuit boards with the PCB factory. Okay. Oh, there it comes. I see it. Okay, it did a little bit of damage. I love it. My frames, rest in peace. This is what we make these for. These OP meteors. This is what we put the time in for. I don't think you were here when I was talking about this 9, but I'm gonna work on improving this design a bit because I want to throw in some miners that are gonna get the fortune bonus on this and have the miners activate first, and then the bores turn on a second time to clean up the rest of it. Yeah, my sound's very low. It's low for me too. Yeah, let me turn down my Spotify. Yeah, you can't hear the blocks breaking. Yeah, it's too late. It's already done. Yeah, my in-game sound is super low for me too. It actually broke the whole thing. That's good. Let's go test out my sound. It's probably still low on the stream. And in post, I always boost the sound for the Minecraft by like a shit ton. Let me just add a gain modifier. Now someone's gonna be like, it's too loud. The machines are too loud. All right, I gave Minecraft like 15 dB. So yeah, 9. I don't know what the difference is, what the limiting rate is. For me, at the limiting rate, I'm not sure if it's the bores or if it's gonna be the fortune. There's not much sound at all, to be honest. It's really just me flying around. There's no sound anyways. But yeah, it depends on which one's the limiting rate. Because for me, actually, the limiting rate right now is how fast I accumulate the LP. Because it takes me a while to pump it. I can make a ZPM pump. Here, let me see what it peaks at when I go for a... Yeah, it's at minus 40. That's why. And it's super quiet for me as well. Because I don't even like listen to the audio anymore. Let me give it 20 dBs. I might have had to make an OBS transition. There, it's probably too loud now, to be honest. It's probably louder than I am. I will take away 5 dB. This has no sound for me. That should have sound, but it doesn't. Oh, you know, I think I know why. I had the block sound all the way down because it was annoying me. There's no sound anyways for me either. Sound didn't come back on that. Let's go see over here. Yeah, you guys wanted sound back? Here you go. It should be routed. Oh, it might not be 9. You might be right. Because I did turn the volume up. It might be that YouTube is not seeing that. Well, whatever. I'm going to put my music back on and we're not going to care about it. Tritium coils are done. "19 seconds right now. Let's see if this improves it. Okay. Oh, you're kidding me. It's the same. It's still 19. Well, we tried. There's probably improvements to some lower tier recipes. So the middle hatch... Actually, nothing's in the very middle down here. That's interesting. Rotates your machine hatch. Wonder what it feels like to be a machine that gets rotated. Yeah, how do I control the 5 ingots at a time thing? Because the way that I'm doing this is with the stocking bus. Which maybe this is whack, but the way I'm doing it. If instead of doing it this way, I do like a blocking mode insertion with a regular bus, it's not an advanced stocking bus. But no, that wouldn't really work very well. P2P and blocking. You like the circuits in the bus? That's pretty good. I like that one. I came up with that one. the non-consumables in it. It's pretty good. I'm thinking though. It's a P2P with it. The P2P interfaces. What is the P2P interface? You mean these? I've never seen this before. Is this new? My graphite comes from the Meteors. I on-demand request this Meteor. We're just going to leave it how it is for now. Maybe we'll fix it later. So those are needed to parallel assembly lines. Okay, I'll have to figure it out then. I can kind of surmise how it does it. Because the P2Ps work when you send an item or fluid into it, it splits it evenly amongst the outputs. So if I have like 100 outputs, I divide by, if I want to get 5 in here, I have like, let's say 4 outputs. I will say put them in batches of 20 in blocking mode, and then each batch of 20 will get sent off to where it has to go. Is that how it works? So it's kind of like an item P2P. Is that what the interface P2P is essentially being? An item P2P, which this already exists. So why do you use the interface P2P, not the item P2P? Because the interface P2P doesn't split them. Is that why? I don't know. It delivers the recipe round robin. Code and Craft, what's going on? Hello. What else is on the bottom? The output buses. Need more of these. I mean, I could save a channel by putting the output buses right in the middle. I have nothing in the middle. Okay. Is it everything that I needed? There's actually less IO to that than I thought there was. Oh, I guess the energy hashes too. What do I have right now? Each of them has their own 2 LUV energy hatches. Okay. Simple enough. Oh, I need the maintenance hatches. Roll off 033. You've been watching my series and you really like it. I'm glad to hear that. I really like making it, so I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Oh, okay, I see what happened there. These ones you can't turn on preemptively because you won't need to have the stuff in it. Okay, what's the channel situation down here? Seems to be fine. High key, this should be its own subnet that should be able to see for the see into the system and then transfer back out, to be honest, but Do I want to do that right now? You just started your own world. You're close to LV. That's a really fun time. You get to learn a lot when you're first getting into LV. Especially if it's your first time playing like RegTech. Is this being shared with other outputs? Probably not. 13. So I did borrow this cable for something else, but that's a little bit annoying actually. And I think I have enough channels to do this, what I want to do. I gotta turn this off for the moment though. Okay. I'm gonna save a channel by moving these things. So this can go to the center and I'll get +1 channel. Simple mistake to fix there. It's not even a mistake, just optimization. I can't move around for shit. There we go. The Buzz 76, the emotes are on the way. They're not ready yet. You can't be typing that. You're wild for that. Should I use SuperCon maybe? This isn't going to be LUV for much longer, to be honest. It's so hard to search up superconductor LUV there. Yeah, I know it's Rob. I'm not trying to dox you, brother. Let's just go with vanadium. What does this look like underneath? This is whack. This is so whack. Oh, it's not good at all. This cable's so long. And what is this going to? This is my ore processing? You're killing me with this one. What is this offshoot? Oh, I think I see what my intention was here. So I didn't finish this, but this is going to come here. This is what happens when you get scatterbrain when you play this. Then I can break this line. And then I have a little bit less dependency on this specific line. It is still very long, though. We're going to bring this cable to the other side like this. LUV to LUV. Okay. And then we should be happy now. For the most part, I guess. Okay, we're probably gonna need a better transformer than that. Let's get a 64 amp. Yes. And then, am I safe to unplug this now? Probably. Do I have enough HSS cable? Yeah, I do. Okay, we can unplug this. Okay. So this will be the Vulcanite line, and this is the ABS area. So we gotta bring the HSS over. I'm not used to the calming armor yet. I turned it off. You saw there. I was just jumping. Using a new mode of flight is always rough. Oh, I missed that code and craft. This is your third time, but it's your favorite part of the game. Yeah, the early game is a charm to it. I really enjoy it a lot. And by early game, I mean all the way up to, like, IV. Oh, that could be bad. All right, now how do we want to do this? I think the Supercon is kind of the play, to be honest. I'm gonna need like 64 amps. But yeah, for now we can turn this on in this way. That is transforming down. Okay. So these should be safe to turn back on. Oh, it's facing the wrong direction. Okay, so these should be safe to turn back on. How? That was the right direction. There we go. Okay, so those are online. I need my Supercon. Why is this pump stuck? Oh, it wants Enderium. Okay, I see. And then the Enderium is not getting smelted because it has this huge backlog of other stuff. I like definitely don't need a 64K in there, but whatever. It's such a problem. This is such a problem. Hello, Tiny. You just built your first MVF. That's awesome. The Megavac is pretty fun, and it's super cheap. I just hide them out of sight, out of mind, you know? They're so ugly. I wish it like had a cool multi, but it has a charm to it as well. That's for sure. Okay, let's connect up the other IO for this thing. So we need something like that. I mean, if I want to be efficient, we can move the heating vent forward one. It'll probably look cooler, be more compact. And then we can make the other one mimic this once I'm done with it. I thought I made a bunch of these. I guess they might have got used in another recipe. Yeah, the Megavac didn't use as much power as I thought it was going to be honest. It just kind of adds a ton of parallels. And like it's obvious that it's an improvement to give it a ton of power, but like I feel like you don't need to give it a ton of power once you first build it. Now it's a pretty clear bottleneck for me a lot of the times. The it goes back and forth where sometimes my vac is the bottleneck, Sometimes my blasting is the bottleneck. Right now, it's pretty clearly the blasting that's the bottleneck. But it just goes back and forth, and you gotta use a more ludicrous amount of power on that. And then you gotta go back and forth, upgrading the vacs and then upgrading the blasts. Right now, these need an upgrade really bad, but we're working on it. Okay, the pyrotheum. Yeah, realistically, we don't even need a acceleration card on that. Now, I'm going to try to use just radon. Like, I don't know if I need all these fluids in here. Like, there might be niche ones that aren't covered by the radon. How is my radon supply looking, by the way? Okay, it's healthy. How is that reactor running? Is it running well? Okay. You hit the higher tier supercon, and then blasting and cooling become the bottleneck. I'm not hyped for that. I'm not looking forward to that one. What else do I have in here? I need a capacity card. More EBFing. Could you believe it? Oh, you're killing me. Okay, it's fine. We will just put only the radon in this one for now. And then I'll fix it once it can EBF more stuff. Okay. So that brings me down to 4 channels per quad. That's not bad. And then actually, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's 5 channels per. Okay, that's not terrible. And then the 2 extra channels up here are for the subnet. So yeah, we'll just do this. And we'll paint it orange for the vulcanize. And it springs to life, and then we connect in the top. This is the easiest part. Auto pull on circuit 11 in here. You put circuit 11 in here because it prioritizes it. I could actually put a second circuit right here, which will be prioritized number 2 below the ghost circuit, I believe. I don't remember. I'm not sure about that one. Which one's prioritized? I think the ghost circuit is number 1. If anybody knows. Usually we have the Greg Tech geniuses in the chat. Yeah, that would make sense, as I didn't connect it to power. Yeah, actually that... Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, is my superconductor done, maybe? No, it's gonna take forever. We just need this next batch of quads online, so let's just get them on. And then to get this done temporarily, we're just going to go ahead and use another transformer. But I'll delete this in a little bit. ZPM in. Okay. Should be good to go now. Capacity will be doubled. There we go. Now, time for 2 more of them, probably. I think that's in order. I think that's necessary. I mean, what's the realistic cap of the usage right now? We can use at most 16. How good's liquid air distillation? I heard it was not that great. I mean, like, there's a decision to be made with it, and that is if you're interested in the byproducts. Of course, as soon as I do this, I have nothing left to smelt. But I mean, it's all right. If you just centrifuge air normally, it's easier and better. Because you got to think about what's the reason I want to do this. For me, it is receiving a ton of oxygen. So what I have down here, I have 2 partitioned fluid storage cells that have 1 fluid on them. One is oxygen, one is nitrogen. The nitrogen one, I have a storage bus set on lower priority that sends excess nitrogen to a matter condenser to be destroyed. The limiting factor then is the oxygen. So I have a quad centrifuge running constantly with like 1 million air intake hatches to centrifuge them. So it's a super easy setup, not hard to do at all. If you freeze your air, you are adding a bunch of more extra factors into it. So first off, you need a vacuum freezer. Not a big deal. So we can do that. So with liquid air, what do we get out of it? Argon and noble gases. Do I care about that? Not really, in my opinion. I mean, a little bit. Argon's nice to have. The noble gases, you get these in such niche quantities, I really don't care. This sucks. But like methane, I have infinite methane from what do you call it? From my fluid pumping on Enceladus. Right? No, it's fluid pumping on Titan, I believe. CO2, don't care. Helium, don't care. Deuterium, don't care. At least I care, but not in the quantities that I'm going to be getting it from this. So the decision is skip it and just do the single step. That's the question you got to ask. And there was a time period where I didn't have any helium, and I did need some of it, and it was nice to have a little bit of it from liquid air centrifuging. But then I just switched to the simpler method once I had enough of it. So I mean, you could do something like that too. Just make that decision for yourself. How's there no valid recipe found for that one? Oh, because the fluids aren't all there. What? I think I messed this up. Yeah, get out of there. Hold on. Why'd nobody tell me? I actually don't know how to get Krypton without bees. I don't want to do bees, so I'm looking for a solution as well, to be honest. I don't know why I'm putting off bees so hard. I'm just not that interested in doing it, to be honest. But there is I'm unlocking super easy ways to do bees very soon. I think I actually have unlocked them already with Gendustry. So I might just do it for the sake of passiving a bunch of extra materials. Okay. Now, I was thinking originally. Oh yeah, the planet siphon, it's slow. I'm not sure how slow it is though. I wanna experiment with that. Because the rates did seem a bit low, but maybe if I just put like 10 of them next to each other and just fuel it with infinite plasma, like I feel like it's not a big deal. Having a Krypton plant, at what cost? Okay, let's make another one of these. Yeah, I'll just do 3 of them side by side like this. And then if I want to make more of them, I'll be forced to make 3 more to make it symmetrical. And that will make my brain have to do that. I'm just going to do 1 more quad. I'm not going to do 2 more for now. We're just going to save the rest of these, stow them away. I need more quad hatches. Yes, I could use these. It's not a big deal. I'm just starting ZPM Tiny. Some people say you're not in tier until you build the energy hatch. I'm pretty close to doing the energy hatch. You gotta give it time to catch up. Which, I mean, man, makes sense. I'll just have a huge buffer, and then I don't play every day. I usually just play, like, on the weekends, or if I'm not tired after work, so that's not a big deal. But the thing is, once you hit the bottleneck of it, you're gonna be screwed. Like, it's gonna be unfortunate timing. Because then you're gonna be completely out of Krypton out of nowhere, and you're like, damn, I did not realize my game. Okay. How hard is it to make more trinium coils? Probably not hard. I have enough NAC alloy. We can do that. Okay, pretty easy. I have to make some view cells or something that I just like keep my. I don't know if you could toggle them in the AE2, but I would like to have view cells so I could see the stuff that I use very often, so I don't have to search for it anymore. I do actually have Matter Manipulator installed now, Max. I just need to learn how to use it. I should definitely figure it out before I make my next universal setup. Those are very time consuming to make. Okay, that should be everything. I won't connect that yet because we're not ready to turn this on. I want to get through my backlog of smelting and then we can turn that on. Because I wanted to do, I needed a bigger cable or something, didn't I? And my supercons. Oh, I canceled a recipe, which messed it up. That's why it's taking forever. Yeah, I'll learn how to use it and start using it because it does look really cool. I could have utilized it here. And then for some reason the line runs over there. Okay. Yo, it is shameless dot in the chat. Let's go. We're not just gaming, we're crafting right now. We are not working on the song right now. Oh. I gotta wait again. Yikes. I'm gonna turn off the Naquadah alloy maintainer. What's your problem? There is no problem. It's just the blast furnace is the problem. Okay, you're canceled. Not all this needs to be smelted right now. Okay, so now we can focus on the superconductor, hopefully. Get that one done. You don't need NAC alloy, do you? No, you don't. Okay. Supercon ingots. I think I'm making these not in these blast furnaces right now. Yeah, these need to come over. I think it used to be there for a reason, but the reason that those were there is no longer valid, whatever it was. Okay, so now that's paralleled by a lot more. That is certainly a reason that that would have been bottlenecked. Okay. So we just need for these superconductors to finish, and then we can hook up the third array. And then what's next on the list? Probably build a fourth array, but this is good enough for now. I don't want to overwork my power supply. Yeah, we're starting to push the limit. Okay, we got a whole bunch of Tiberium. Oh, these all shut off. I gotta turn these back on. Actually, no, I didn't. I was able to maintain the, I wasn't able to power fail these. Good. How we doing? We are extremely backed up. Absurdly so. Unhinged level of backup in this. Okay. How are you doing, the washers? Absurdly backed up. Monazite, I don't need that. That could honestly get voided. It looks like I just mined a new meteor. It's happening right now. What did you request? Galena, Crowlite, Silver. Lead. Why did I need this? What requested this? Hello? Oh, the passive indium. It needs more Galena. That's what I was just talking about with 9 earlier, where he was like, use the button. But it's very risky to press the button because you don't know when it's going to request an indium meteor. Maybe this is the next problem to resolve. I need an absurdly larger setup. Milling. What is this going to get me? Lutetium. Erbium. What's with erbium? Why is it epic rap battleium? Why is there an epic rap battleium, guys? What does erbium actually mean? Is that a real element? Let me look that up. It is element number 68. I've never heard of it. It is a silvery white solid metal when artificially isolated. Natural erbium is always found in chemical combination with other elements. What is it used for? It's a trivalent element. It is malleable, soft yet stable. Does not oxidize as quickly as other rare earths. Has a hexagonal close packed structure. Okay. Like, what are the uses in industry? It's used in infrared absorbing glass. For example, safety glasses for welders. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. So my welders are out there wearing erbium in their goggles. Alright, but convince me why I shouldn't just delete the monazite. I'm not going to be running the monoline probably ever again, to be honest. Because now I make all of the things with the meteor. Because, right? What am I going to get? No. Red zircon. I feel bad throwing anything away. We'll keep it. It feels like a sunk cost fallacy, though. That's never getting done. And then how are you doing? You're okay. You've never run your monoline and you're almost UEV. Okay, I'll probably throw it away then, to be honest with you. Do I have a trash can on here? I don't think I do. I don't have a trash can yet. We'll just filter it to go outbound for now. Why did that go outbound? What the fuck happened? Is this full? This must be full. Oh my god, it is. Oh man, that's not good. No. So how do I fix this? An export bus with a OR dictionary card. And I just let it run overnight. Can this go in an export? It can. So where's my main net? Or I could actually partition a cell with all these dusts on it, run it through a IO port, and then it'll pick them all up. Let's do that. I feel like I should pick a bigger cell, but... Hello, motion disorder. Hello. We have just found a big problem. My centrifuge was so absurdly backed up that it was sending a million purified ores to my system directly. And now we have to kind of fix the problem. It looks like the raw ores did okay. We'll add more storage to all these, though. Let's do that right now. Yeah, I think the IO port's probably faster to try to fix it. I'll keep one of these just for the IO port. All right, let's partition this. I thought I had a workbench up here. I brought it over here, that's why it's not up there. Yeah, the system got overloaded. I've been summoning a lot of meteors lately. I need to upgrade those centrifuges. No, I have a good idea. Take them out. You don't have to do it manually. Okay. So you can partition a cell pretty easily. And then I'll do this. I'll put a transfer data storage cell. And it's filling it very quickly. I mean, yeah, it really shouldn't have overflowed in the first place. Okay, we'll do one round of it, and then we'll come back to it later and see how it progressed. I don't mind it exporting to the main net. That was just a mistake because I never upgraded these. These should be massively, like this should be filled with 1024Ks by now, but I'm just lazy. Maybe I should do more. Is there a showstopper for requesting 100 of these? Not really. There's no real reason not to do that other than it takes a long time to make the circuits and stuff. It would help me a lot to have 100 of those. It's a bullet to bite, but it might be necessary and it would actually help me quite a bit. And maybe we could stare at this and see what the bottlenecks are. Definitely not the chemical reactions. My system is so robust. There's a bunch of blasting that has to go on. 640 quantumized might be a problem as well. These are probably a big problem too. The advanced transistors and capacitors. I only have 2 presses right now, and they're running with tier 1 casings. I wonder how hard it would be to get Mark II casings. Let's take a look. ZPM assembler, we can do that now. Cerium, we can do that now. Correct? Am I correct? Shouldn't this be reacting somewhere? Maybe not. I thought I was going to get cerium from my Meteor, was I not? Oh, it's probably just waiting to be processed in the centrifuges. What's the holdup with these? A bunch of supercon ingots. It never even requested the supercon ingots. Or I guess maybe I power failed them by accident. Okay, we'll just request 800. How much power am I giving to the process? Don't need too many with enough power. I only have the LUV hatch. Can you multi-hatch them? I thought they only have one hatch. I could be wrong about that though. Yeah, they only have one LUV hatch each. I want 4 of them though. I think 4 of them will be enough for like forever. Let's see. Energy hatch, any casing. It doesn't say. Yeah, these could take only 1 hatch. I know they can, now that I think about it. Because yeah, if they could take multi-hatches, they could tier skip then. That's the point of the other one. The LSAS or the LSA. Large scale auto assembler. Oh, this one's been fucked up. This one has the fucked up recipe in it. Yeah, makes sense. This is a throwback to earlier in the stream when I realized that I was requesting vulcanite blocks that were in a recipe that was multiplied way too big. Multi-amp hatches work with press. Oh, that's smart. Let's go, Max. Okay. Now we're cooking. $16 feels hard for me to do right now. Maybe it's worth it, though. I could just reroute the power a little bit. I do have to redo this cable anyways. We could do 216 amps. That's dynamo. It's the LUV ore drilling plant worth. Which one's that? This one. Or I guess this one you're talking about. It has a bigger radius. It gets an extra fortune bonus. Cycle time goes down by a lot too. You see that? Base cycle time 2 seconds, 5 seconds for that one. If you can afford it, go for it. I just did that recently. I was using the tier before it for a while. Okay, I gotta start a list of what I gotta do. Let me tab out and write some stuff in my spreadsheet because there's a lot of stuff that needs to get done and it's starting to confuse my brain. I want to parallelize assembly lines. The goal will be 8 assembly lines. I need to upgrade ore processing. Go overkill with it. I need to... What else I gotta do? I gotta create the LSAA. Then I gotta create ZPM energy hatches. That might be before the LSAA. Then once I have ZPM energy hatch, I upgrade my ABS. Once I upgrade my ABS, I can create... Okay, yeah, so I need to do this before the LSAA, is I need the energy hatch to create the large-scale auto-assembler. Then once I have that, there was a UV recipe that I wanted that I couldn't make, but I forget what it was. That's exactly what I do, Tiny. You passive the drilling fluid. It's pretty cheap to make, so you don't really have to worry about it once you have it set up. So there was a recipe that was a UV assembler recipe that I wanted to do, which is why I wanted that thing, but I can't remember what it was. So, you know, maybe one day I'll remember it, but we're still going to go through with the plan in case I remember it by the time I get there. My superconductors are done. Notice that the palladium is actually a lot faster. Yes, the coils. That was it, Max. I wanted to make the coils. You reminded me. That's the first UV recipe I want to do. That's the whole goal. Okay. That'll probably be the next episode, to be honest, is like getting into the flux electrum coils to upgrade all this. And then once I have flux electrum coils, I'm going to go for a megavac, or not megavac, a mega blast furnace. And then I'll use the vulcanize for smelting like simple materials. And then the mega blast will be for more advanced materials that take forever within the vulcanize. Because like I don't really see a need to specialize or not to specialize the mega blast furnace. Like, I want to use both setups. I think they have their own merits, like vulcanized spam versus blast furnace, mega blast furnace that is. So not better to use void miner? I'm gonna start using them. I just love my meteors. The meteors got me so much, like so much quick progression. I could probably make void miners soon, actually. I didn't look at the recipe in a while. UV assembly line? Okay. It takes UV components, but we're not that far from that, to be honest. We just need the tier 2 fusion. I think I have a way to get neutronium as well. It's just a blasting check, if I remember correctly. It is basically, are you able to smelt this in a way that makes sense? And pretty soon the answer will be yes, we do, actually. I keep flashbanging you guys with the network tool. I'm sorry, I'll move that out of the way. Is there another void miner, or did I click the wrong one? Oh, I did click the wrong one. I clicked the upgraded one. Okay, yeah, it is LUV. Yeah, I can almost afford that. I just need tritanium. I don't have tritanium yet. How do I make that? Mixer, I assume? No, is it an actual thing? Maybe I have it, I just don't know I do. No, I don't. Do you make the liquid? Yeah, you do. Okay, so tritanium looks like you get it from the fusion reactor, the Mark II fusion. So it's ZPM. But I'm very close to it. I'll have to see what the void miners can provide that the meteors can't. I'm sure I'll use both of them together. Okay, last one then. Both together are good. Yeah, I would assume they cover their weaknesses. Yeah, exactly. They're going to fill in the gaps. the reward for investing in the meteors has just been so crazy good so far. It's like in my brain, there's no way it can get any better. And it just keeps getting better. Okay. We now have 3 blast furnaces. Blast furnace quads. Yeah, the trinium coils are putting in work. A lot of the recipes are shorter. So we can make more of those. How much trinium do I have? I probably have... I need to wait. Actually, I made a bunch of it. Let's see. 42 times 2. I had a couple left. Yeah, 42 times 2. Did you add parentheses in this? giving my A2 a math problem to do. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm playing a trinium. It's just gonna be a matter of the blocks being created in the assembler, which will take a long time. Okay. And we're already caught up. And thanks for stopping by, Max. I've been enjoying your discussions and suggestions. Hope to see you again another time. Okay, these are waiting on circuits. The circuits are so slow, too. I'm going to add that to my list of problems. Crystal circuits are too slow. And, like, it's not even that they're too slow. Like, I just made the circuit assemblers, but, like, my... What's the word? My standard for how fast a circuit should be made went from, like, 1 to 10 when I made the circuit assemblers. But now the creeping of my requirements are, like, 25. So, like, even though I'm so much faster than I was just, like, a couple weeks ago, it's too slow again, which is crazy. How are you doing? You are making diphenyl isophthalate. You are making 3,3-diaminobenzidine. You're having a good time. Yeah, I'm stressing my power right now. I've got to be. A little bit. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I think my EBF shut off. So I want to redesign this. I think I'm going to stack everything vertically. Because I already destroyed most of the room. If you remember, there was a room here before. Maybe I'll break the ceiling again and make it go up higher. I don't know if I need this space that badly. I want to use this space over here for the Yo tanks when I put them in. But I could always bump that up even farther. Like move this whole thing up. And then have this ceiling up a little bit. Because I don't really know what's in store for this room. I've been considering maybe doing like a walkway here. And then these 2 parts go down like really deep. It's like this would go down. This would be another going down. And then there'd be like catwalks here or something. And then in this space down here, there would be a place that ties into the power room and like the underground areas. I think it'd be pretty cool. And maybe I'll mimic it on this side too. I don't really know. That could work maybe. I want to use more verticality though. It's like this room I love. This room is really good. I enjoy the whole like hole in the wall, hole in the ceiling, and then you drop down to go to the bottom floor. And then you fly up to that floor. I enjoy this room a lot. So I'd like to incorporate more of that. I'll have to think about how to build it. Okay. Now, there was a reason I couldn't make this. What was it? Oh, yeah, the NPIC wafers. I should look into the beamline, too. The beamline seems pretty cool. That's not today, though. That's not even close to today. How hard is the ZPM SuperCon? That's not bad at all. ZPM mixer, that was a bit annoying. But we can just upgrade our mixers to higher tier. That's not a big deal. I gotta redo the wiring down here. I'll redo the wire when I redo the mixers. I think I'm done playing for now, though. I think we're gonna call the stream there. We had a good time. 21 concurrent viewers right now. Pretty nice. Thank you guys all for sticking around. Thank you everybody that was chatting. Appreciate that one. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break and then I'm gonna start thinking about the next episode. I'm not sure what we're gonna do exactly, what the focus will be, but we'll see about it. Until next time, thank you all for watching. I will see you next time. Have a good day, guys.